It's the third and final night of the test, and tomorrow is Chris's last chance to prove his point.
In the dream, I'm in a sort of a room, and there are people that are sort of people. And then in big letters, I put dead. It's in this room. They were actually glass cups and glasses. Now, cups is always the same. Cups, if I see them, mean dead people. And if we don't go where there are dead people, I don't know what that was all about.
This time, because of the references to dead people, the observer again selected St Bride's Crypt, location number 1, as the best match. And the dice was rolled. Number 1, St Bride's Crypt.
Dead people are what all last night's dream was about. It was all about survival of consciousness, being dead but being still alive.
It's okay, it's not deep. You're standing on that's it.
All right, I got it.
The other leg as well.
Yeah.
No, you just stand there.
You certainly found some strange places. This feels weird.
Have a good look round.
My glasses are steamed up. Dead people.
You'll be pleased to know that
she picked the right
this
one.
one was a hit.
That's why I got dressed up for it, I told you.
I'm kind of quite pleased, to be honest, that Chris has got a hit. But taking the experiment as a whole, all 3 trials, it certainly isn't the case that we can say, yep, we've proven that Chris really can do what he thinks he can do. We haven't shown that Chris can actually dream the future under these particular conditions.
So as far as mainstream science is concerned, Chris has failed this particular test.
One of the things I've tried to explain to scientists is that the information is bandwidth limited. You're only seeing a silhouette of the information. You can't tell what pattern is on the shirt, how many buttons it's got, but you can see the fundamental outline of the event.
Professor French may be highly skeptical that precognition is possible. But politicians and military planners in Washington have been taking people like Chris Robinson very seriously indeed. John Peterson has worked for the US Secretary of Defense and was on the National Security Council staff at the White House. He's now president of the Arlington Institute, a military think tank specializing in futurology, the science of using intelligence to predict future events.
I have a background in the military, and I worked in the White House at the National Security Council staff, and I became aware of a program called Stargate. This was a program throughout the Cold War where the United States intelligence community used psychics to essentially spy on the Soviet Union. I had heard the briefings in the Pentagon and other places, and it was no question that this was real. And that convinced me that there is far more to this reality than what conventional mainline science understands and admits. And then I've met 8 people, I think now, who started having dreams about 6 months before 9/11 of people jumping out of high-rise buildings. And so it was clear that this precognizant capability and process existed out there. And if we could learn how to interpret it, then it would be a very significant transition to a whole new era.
John Peterson is now developing a website which will recruit people who have dreams and premonitions from all over the world. A database will sort through their dreams using pattern recognition technology. This will create visual maps of events that may one day happen in the future. It's all remarkably like the Department of Pre-Crime in the Tom Cruise film Minority Report, but this is not fiction. John Peterson really believes that by doing this, he could create an early warning system which could help to identify and possibly prevent unexpected disasters, including terrorist attacks.
Before every major event that comes along, whether it's 9/11 or the tsunami and so on, common people, not just people like Chris Robinson, start having unusual dreams. And these are anomalous dreams. They wake up in the middle of the night in a cold sweat and they say, golly, I've never had any dream like that before. And it's qualitatively different, and they know that it means something. Our program called Weather Report would have profound implications for being able to anticipate big events.
Chris Robinson's claims of precognition are finding a ready audience in the US.